Alright, so HOYOVERSE just dropped 31 minutes of gameplay for their new title. I don't know how to pronounce it. Varsapura? Something like that, right? So, I had no intentions of covering this game or talking about it whatsoever, and then this 31 minutes of gameplay demo dropped, and I'm like, wow! I don't even know where to begin with this. The demo footage just dropped, so like I'm still digesting it, if you will, and simply put, I love virtually everything that I saw in this, and I'm shocked. The biggest thing for me is the atmosphere and the aesthetic. For one, this seems nothing like a HOYOVERSE game. This doesn't give off any Zenless vibes, any Honkai vibes, Genshin vibes, nothing. This is something entirely new, and I'm all here for it. It's also not anime, like the character designs and aesthetic, it's not anime, it's way more realistic, which they did announce that before. They said it would be hyper-realistic or whatever, and yeah, they were not lying. But even beyond that, even beyond just that style, the way it looks, the way it feels, this does not seem like a HOYOVERSE product. This seems like the type of shit you would see at the Game Awards during one of the trailers, and you're like, man, that game looks fucking incredible, and then it just never comes out. But yeah, aesthetically, game looks incredible. Now, something about it that I'm really into, me personally, I have been dying for an action game to scratch that DMC Devil May Cry itch. Now, hold on, bear with me. The thing I love most about DMC Devil May Cry is its world design. I fucking love Limbo, right? I love Limbo. I love the way the world just cracks and breaks around you and transforms as you progress through it. And this is kind of scratching that itch. Now, a lot of the visual and world cracking and changing and all that's going on in this game seems to be mostly scripted. It doesn't seem like it's just part of the overall world design in the same way that it was for DMC Devil May Cry, but even still, it's closer than anything else we've gotten in recent years, because action games just really don't do that for the most part, and that's one thing I feel like has been lost since DMC Devil May Cry. I wish more games had a Limbo. The Bayonetta games kind of have it, but I digress. I really like that, and this game kind of has it. It's kind of scratching that itch. I'm feeling it, right? And then there's the gameplay itself. In this demo footage, we got 3 different character gameplay, and they all look pretty good. I think the main character honestly looks the most boring out of the 3 so far, but she has this umbrella glide technique that looks pretty cool. The only reason I say she looks the most boring is because the other animations just caught my eye a lot more. Like Sayuki, I believe her name is, can summon giant books and paperwork and then beat the shit out of you with it. And I think that's pretty fucking cool. Then there's this nameless pink-haired girl who kind of gives me Harley Quinn vibes. She also looks really dope, but we didn't get a lot of her, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. But anyway, believe me, anything that I say about this game is not going to do it justice. You have to go see this footage for yourself. Genuinely, there were not that many upcoming games on my radar. If you guys watched my Limit Zero Breakers video, I said that that's my most anticipated game of 2026, and I still do stand by that. But that, again, that's another free-to-play title, so it's not like... There's really just not that many games I'm looking forward to personally. But this is absolutely now on the list. This is one of them. I cannot wait to see more of this. I cannot wait to get my chance to play this. This game looks amazing, dude. Like, I can't get over the world design and atmosphere. Like, that kind of enticed me the most, because it's like an action game with a survival horror aesthetic, and it seems to balance that very well. And then you get to this portion where it's just open world. Like, you're just driving around a whole big-ass map. Like GTA. This is, and it looks amazing. Like, look at this world, bro. Like, do you see this? Like, can you look at this, and would you ever think that this was a HOYOVERSE title from looking at this footage? And I don't mean that as a slight against HOYOVERSE or nothing like that. Y'all see my channel. I'm a huge Zenless fan. But visually, aesthetically, this is just such a different direction, and it's incredible in every feasible way. By all accounts, this is not like an objective deep dive into the game whatsoever. I'm literally just sitting here glazing it because I'm astonished. But yeah, if you haven't already, I highly suggest you go check out the 31-minute gameplay footage. I will link that in the description as well, because you guys need to see this. If I had to list a concern or complaint or anything along those lines, I really hope this doesn't go the Zenless route and just becomes a game with very little male playable characters. Like, Zenless, I don't know why Zenless hates men as much as it does. Well, actually, I do know, because that game is a quote-unquote gooner game, right? This game, on the other hand, does not give me Gooner vibes. Like, the character designs are pretty tame, at least for HOYOVERSE standards. The women are not aggressively curvy or busty, and they aren't showing too much skin. Their outfit isn't entirely tight, which is another reason that I'm like, huh, this doesn't seem like a HOYOVERSE game at all. But even still, I hope we get some playable male characters, and I hope they have good designs. Oh, something else I forgot to mention is like there's this one part where you have dialogue options, and the dialogue options like have different effects. Like one says deceive, one says persuade, and the other one's like just be honest or some shit. Now, after the player had picked one of the options, it said success. So it seems like these will actually matter, unlike the dialogue choices in games like Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero, where the dialogue options don't mean a damn thing, but they're there. Who knows, it might just be for the visual flair or for the sake of this demo footage. Maybe it doesn't actually matter in the full game. We'll just have to wait and see. But if this does matter, I'm a huge fan of that. I like when there's dialogue options that, you know, they actually matter. Your choice matters, you know? Shouts out Dispatch. That game was great. Shameless plug, you guys should vote for that game in the Indie Debut Game category for the Game Awards. But yeah, I digress. I love when your dialogue choices actually matter. And again, we'll just have to wait and see, at least in the context of this demo footage. It looks like your decisions matter. I'm a huge fan of that. And on the off chance that any of my subscribers didn't have this on their radar, I hope you see this, and I hope it's on your radar now, because this looks great. But do be warned, this gameplay footage does start with a character getting a job, so if that's something that scares you, then, yeah, my condolences. In any case, this footage was so great, I just had to hop on the mic and glaze it. I am sorry. I might just have to cover this game again in the future, we'll see. But, yeah, go ahead and check out that demo footage. Also, vote for Dispatch.